The Voice Season 27 Episode 9 Review. Can I get a coach's number? 2. Editor's Note. The following contains spoilers for The Voice Season 27, Episode 9. After a few weeks of having a quartet of mentors for the battles, The Voice Season 27 is keeping it in the family as we begin the knockouts. It's one-on-one time between artist and coach. No longer meant to outshine another singer via a duet, we're getting our solo moments. And let's just say that some of those mentors, Kate Hudson, were keeping the coaches from truly providing the feedback and assistance their singers needed. We're here to see who is inching closer to those live shows. Each round, the decisions continue to get harder and harder, but you know my favorite game is to criticize the coaches for their questionable decisions. With saves off the table, will any of the coaches utilize the steal properly? Our 4 mentors are bringing a very muted fashion palette this week. I hate to say it, but the fashion isn't fashioning this season for the coaches. Kelsey Ballerinian, a muted mustard? Certainly, there is something that might help her pop. Or maybe that's the point. The Voice is trying to finally put the focus on the singers, not the coaches. Or it's because the episode was filmed in September, as Kelsey asked the crowd to sing Happy Birthday to her boyfriend, Chase Stokes, who was born on September 16th. We love context clues. Nevertheless, it's time to celebrate our contestants. John Legend picks vocals over performance prowess. To kick off the knockouts, John Legend picks a soul matchup as BD.2, and Colby Cordell occupy the same lane on the EGOT's roster. Both singers have fared well thus far, so John Legend is hoping to make them steal-worthy. The interesting thing about this round, as John Legend says, is that the singers get to pick their own songs. Is that always the case? Regardless, this is where both BD.2 and Colby share who they think they are as artists. And if their coach doesn't agree, it makes his decision that much easier. BD.2 selects Back at One by Brian McKnight. Now, don't get me wrong. It's an excellent song, but on singing talent shows, it's been worn out. Where does BD.2 think he fits in the industry today? Or is that his goal, to show that he can sing a classic with a modern flair? The issue is it's a very laid-back song, and his performance prevents him from exploring any nuances he may have. His falsetto moment is special, but a solid vocal moment does not equate to a star. Everything about his performance is too casual. From the 90s inspired outfit to his emotional connection to the track, it takes him far too long to pop away from the microphone. BD.2 internalizes too much to transcend through the screen. Colby takes on Lately by Stevie Wonder, but the Jodeci version. A classic, but again stuck in the 90s. The smart decision for Colby here is that his 2 previous performances have been up-tempo. Unlike BD.2, who has only stuck with ballads, Colby's ability to show range gives his coach more of a reason to think he has potential. Colby takes the crowd to church. It's a vocally impressive presentation. He takes us on a journey, never stuck on stage, unlike BD.2, who relied on a mic stand. Vocally, BD.2 had a better entry, but Colby's artistic potential is stronger. Moving on is BD.2 as Legend is transfixed on a vocalist first. Based on this performance alone, I don't think BD.2 has much life left in him. As the first performance of the knockouts, you'd think some of the coaches might wait before pushing their steal button. Not when they had their mind made up before the performance. Both Michael Bublé and Adam Levine press it, putting the decision in Colby's hands. As Kelsey puts it, Mom and Dad are fighting, pointing out that Michael Bublé is mom in the scenario. Both coaches want Colby, pointing out the critiques they had just provided as a reason why the other isn't the right coach for Colby. Colby continues his journey as a member of Team Adam. Adam needs to go all in on Lucia Flores-Wiseman. It's been some time since Adam Levine participated in the knockouts, but he's back and ready to go. The OG coach pits the 2 best friends, Grace Miller Moody and Lucia Flores-Wiseman, against one another. I could tell you who I would pick before the knockout even begins, but Adam Levine is so partial to Grace Miller Moody that I'm wary that Lucia could be a casualty of favoritism. Grace Miller has massive shoes to fill as she takes on Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. She's no Stevie Nicks, but she's sure trying to be. Grace Miller is literally trying to emulate Stevie Nicks' voice in an incredibly off-putting manner. Even in her video package, The way in which Grace Miller presents herself is unnatural. Sharing that the song is empowering is accurate. Discussing how her grandmother shared it with her after her heartbreak is, well, insert emoji with the bead of sweat here. She's 20 years old. I'm not denying that the story isn't true, but her presentation of said story feels contrived, especially when the next bit of her monologue is about how her grandmother inspires her. Did we really need to connect the song to her grandma via heartbreak? Even though she selected the song, it feels like a theme week on American Idol when the singer is completely out of their comfort zone, singing a genre that is beyond their capabilities. Grace Miller overreaches and overcompensates. Lucia takes a more modern approach with a song she can turn into her own, Slow It Down by Benson Boone. This is how you do this competition. Her vocal range is exceptional on this track. There's magic in the way she balances the emotions in the slow parts and the power when the track picks up. There is a superstar on that stage. Her tone is unique, bringing originality in her rendition. It's like listening to and watching Amy Winehouse in making. Also, for the record, once again, I made this comparison before Kelsey Ballerini said it in her critiques. She earned 4 chairs with her guitar, and she earned a standing ovation from her non-coach, John Legend, without one. I think we're all on the same page as to who Adam should pick, right? Adam selects Lucia as the winner of the knockout. Lucia can win this whole dang show. This is the end of the road for Grace Miller. Next up, it's country versus acoustic. Younger versus older. Trayvon Dawson versus Ethan Eckenrode. To preface this knockout, Adam's journey this season is to out Blake Shelton, the country icon. Trayvon is his one and only country singer. For Adam to allow Trayvon to leave his team, Ethan would have to do the unthinkable. To see if he can do so, Ethan selects I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. A classic track, Ethan's acoustic vibe brings the rock song into a coffee house open mic realm. The song suits his voice, allowing him to reinvent the beloved track. His only issue is his guitar is his crutch. Adam advises him to ditch the guitar a la Elvis Presley and Prince. The problem is, Ethan doesn't have their showmanship. After being forced into a non-country world last time, Trayvon is ecstatic to get back to his roots, and by roots, he means lowdown and dirty country. He takes on Brooks and Dunn's Red Dirt Road. It lacks the grit the original contains, but is filled with passion. At age 17, the performance is lived in. He manages to tell a story. But his youth is on full display as he bounces on the stage. And that's where it all goes wrong. Adam shocks the room, giving the win to Ethan. Ethan could have been a victim of circumstance. His artistry casts doubt on